everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, if you ask Karl Anthony Towns, his greatest strength is his versatility. He said, "My dad taught it to me at a young age, and it's made my transition at every step of my career comfortable, having the fundamentals and foundation. I don't limit myself. I try to be great at all skills." Kevin?
Yeah, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. We're looking forward to the center matchup tonight, Doris. What do you expect to see from these guys inside?
Well, I think there's a requisite physicality in there, certainly. At the same time, there are greater demands on big men, Kevin, than we have ever seen before. Yes, they have to be rim protectors. Yes, they have to control the paint. But now those bigs are asked to defend in space, to guard on the perimeter. Kevin, you know this. That's a tall task.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Covington at the 4 with Towns in at the 5. Wiggins is out there with Culver. And it's Okogie in at the small 4. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Kent Bazemore is out there with Anthony. And it's Whiteside in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And the 3 off target.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
To the inside, and Towns throws it down.
Look out below, an airmail special by Cat.
McCollum against Wiggins. It's McCollum with the drive.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Lillard surveying the D. Pass to Anthony. Now here's Bazemore. They get it back. Here's Whiteside. Towns with the defensive effort.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Now, here's Culver, following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Bazemore against Wiggins. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Culver passes to Towns. 5 on the clock. A three-pointer. Wiggins. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, still working on consistency from range, but improved shot mechanics for Andrew Wiggins.
Lillard from outside. Drills it from outside.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Wiggins. Passes to Culver. Towns down low. He is guarded by McCollum. Count it.
Now, Karl Anthony Towns reading the situation and finding an opportunity in the mid-range.
Lillard outside. Anthony kicks to Lillard. Knocks it loose. Covington with the steal. Now here's Culver. Covered by Lillard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Damian Lillard.
Well, this is the first full year now for Ryan Saunders. Let's remember he was hired by Minnesota full-time after an interim stint last season. And boy, did the players love playing for him.
That one misses. And as we know, Doris, Ryan Saunders, the son of the late, great Minnesota legend, Flip Saunders.
Well, certainly the family has history with the organization, but in no way did Ryan Saunders get the job due to name only. This guy proved he can get wins from this Minnesota roster last year. For Saunders, he's known as a player development guy, and the ability to handle superstars is part and parcel to the job.
Now, here's Lillard. McCollum right side. That shot off, so Minnesota will take it the other way. And the basket by Okogie.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Trailblazers trail by 6. McCollum finds Whiteside. Lillard outside. Whiteside the bounce pass. Bazemore with it. Culver covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Whiteside. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
Now here's Culver. He's covered closely.
And what makes Culver difficult to defend, it starts with the footwork and then the change of pace, and you give him that ability to just rise up and shoot over you.
The Timberwolves missed both of their free throws tonight, 0 for 2 so far. No good on the free throw.
And Culver's game just screams potential. Already a good scorer, rebounder, and passer. Now the next step, improving that outside shot.
Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. That one is no good.
And for a franchise searching for stability, it doesn't help that the Wolves have had a number of head coaching changes.
Well, obviously, the Wolves aren't alone in that problem, Greg. I think it can be difficult to identify just the right kind of leadership. And when you do get someone like Greg Popovich or Eric Spoelstra or Rick Carlisle, you try to hold on for dear life.
Now Culver after the missed 3 by Carmelo. Here's Okogie. Pass to Wiggins. Kicks it to Culver. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Here's Towns. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Simons. And here's McCollum. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Wiggins with some nice D. Covington passes to Culver. Here's Okogie. To the paint. Wiggins dishes to Covington. Shot clock at 5. Here's Culver. Drops in the layup for 2.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. 14 feet away. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Now here's Anthony. Robert Covington unable to get his last shot to go. Whiteside against Towns. Whiteside kicks it to Bazemore. Whiteside trying to break free. Bazemore misses. Timberwolves leading by 6. Now Culver. And Whiteside sends it back. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. So for the Trailblazers, Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Anthony. And it's Little in for Kent Bazemore. Timberwolves also changing it up. Noah Vonleh comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Teague in for Culver. Clock is at 3. Tipped away. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Doris, if you had a list of players with all the great talent in this league that's the most difficult to stop one-on-one, who would that be?
Well, like in similar situations, I can't give you just one. Some names that come immediately to mind, James Harden obviously has been in the MVP race for 5 years running, I think. He's virtually impossible to guard, right? He's got a great system for his individual skills. Kevin Durant can get any shot he wants at any time. And then the virtuoso that is LeBron James, who can pick you apart with shooting, with scoring, with passing. He's really nothing short of remarkable.
Here's Simons, still looking for his first bucket in this one. McCollum, left side. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Inside. It's stolen by Little. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this game.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team. So you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Minnesota making a switch here. Graham's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Well, Noah Vonleh was given a lot of minutes to work with last season, and he showed solid improvement.
Well, Vonleh was productive both as a scorer and a rebounder. He made great use of the opportunity presented to him. You think about it, he came into the league at such a young age. You forget he's still years away from what we should consider his prime.
Here's McCollum, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
Teague finds Wiggins. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. And now a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Little. Not going to go that time. Towns with the defensive effort.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And it's Graham missing. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. And here's McCollum for three. Bangs home the trifecta.
A ragged start for him offensively, but he'll take it. That brings him to 1 of 8 from the field.
Outside Teague. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Boy, it'll take more than that to stop Jeff Teague. Just determined to score despite any obstacle.
Simons, the pass to McCollum over Wiggins. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
Very aggressive in terms of looking for his shot. 9 attempts already, but only able to knock down 2.
Right side Teague. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, Minnesota gets it back. And a new shot clock of 14 seconds. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Wiggins drawn the double team. And the pass to Teague. The three. Kept alive, Minnesota. Pass to Vonleh. They shoot again. And it's Portland with the rebound. McCollum right side. He scores for only his 3rd time tonight. Now 3 for 10, taking a climb out of the hole.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Here's Graham. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, easy call.
2 shots. Foul. 2.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
They throw good. McCollum. Labissiere's checked in for Whiteside. And so McCollum nails both of them. Minnesota's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Teague dishes to Towns. He kicks to Graham. He tries for 3. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. McCollum deciding where to go with it over Wiggins. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 11 points.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
There's 42 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Graham. He's guarded by McCollum, and that one drops for him. 9 points in the game so far.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
For Portland, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And Teague's got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Out to the right wing. Here's Towns. Count the basket. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Well, just putting the ball on the deck, Towns so aggressive in everything he does.
And so it's Andrew Wiggins making highlights for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Back right after this. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, people are going to look to you first. They're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, at the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Anthony Tolliver out there with Labissiere. And it's Lillard in at the point.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Boy, for all the talent Andrew Wiggins brings to the table, you wonder what his assessment of the 2018-19 season is. Obviously, he took a step back in terms of his production, and I think that had a lot to do with his lack of consistency with his shot. He's got a ton of talent. Let's see where it takes him.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Wiggins, Doris, and his struggles last year, he seemed to be relying more on his outside shot.
You wonder if Wiggins feels the pressure of an NBA that now so heavily emphasizes that three-point shooting. But his strength, to me, is putting the ball on the deck, attacking the rim, and relentlessly going at defenders. He's got to get back to that.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all. Here's Little after the basket by Noah Vonleh. Portland shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Little. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Minnesota. Napier comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Passes it to Jang. Back to Napier. It's rebounded by Labissiere. Trailblazers trail by 8. And stolen by Jang. Here's Covington. And Jang kicks to Napier. Off target with his 3. And so Bazemore will bring it up for Portland. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Labissiere. Poke loose. Just 5 to shoot. Bazemore finds Lillard. Over Napier. Portland again missing.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Covington passes to Jang. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Jang's got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves. Teague against Bazemore. The dish now to Lillard. For the 3. Portland no good that time either.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
A nice shot by Teague.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Lillard the pass to Labissiere. It's good from long range. Labissiere's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And there's the pass to Teague. Jang dishes to Teague. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Skal Labissiere.
Well, Kevin, to me, this is about decision-making. And Jeff Teague's so good at creating opportunities to get to the free throw line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
Free throw good, Teague. And doors for Jeff Teague. He's not expected to be the scorer on this team that he once was.
And for Teague, to me, that is a blessing, as he is much better suited as a distributor of the basketball. He's got great vision, he cut down on his turnovers, and therefore his assist numbers increased.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in, and so Teague hits 2 free throws.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Shoots from the line. Pass to Bazemore. Hezonja finds Lillard. Good on the jump shot. Lillard's got 5.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Culver's checked in. And Lillard kicks it to Bazemore. From deep. Rebounded by Covington.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Here's Jang. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. Anthony's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Bazemore. And the rejection by Jang.
Well, the timing, a very natural aspect of what Gorgui Dieng does on the defensive end.
Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career and what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Okogie, the pass to Jang. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. High, arcing shot. No good there. Now Portland takes it the other way. Deep 2 from Anthony. Portland again missing.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Now here's Bazemore. Lillard outside. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And it's Lillard missing.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Napier dishes to Covington. Culver in the corner. Releases. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Culver's got his second basket. Trailblazers trail by 11. Now here's Bazemore. And the dunk by Bazemore.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Jang inside. Labissiere's there. Napier feeling it out a bit. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Jang, no luck.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Hezonja finds Lillard. Puts up a 3. Trains the three-pointer. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
There's Okogie, defended by Labissiere. Okogie misses. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 6. Lasagna, the pass to Anthony. Right block shot. Bazemore on the wing. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Bazemore's got 6.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
And it's Hezonja with the foul. That's his first foul. Whiteside's checked in for Portland, and Fernie Simons comes in for Mario Hezonja. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Towns is checked in. Outside, Covington. Pass to Okogie. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Lillard. To the wing right side. Here's Towns. And that's an air ball. Not even close. Knocked loose. The pass to Lillard. Down low. Here's Whiteside. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
And there is no doubt that Lillard is a pure scorer. But it's good to see him focus on his passing, wanting to make his teammates better.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
So for the Trailblazers, Tolliver comes in for Kent Bazemore, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard. Timberwolves also changing it up. Graham's checked in, and Wiggins is subbed in for Napier. Now here's Wiggins. He's got 11. Looking to get it going. McCollum no good, and there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. Timberwolves shooting 41% for the game. Culver with it. Anthony on him.
You know, just a good play there for Melo to get a hand up to challenge the shot. Love that effort.
A miss that time would have put him up. The Timberwolves shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. To end the cold streak, Culver, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That one's on Anthony.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Timberwolves have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there. Free throw drops for Culver.
And he just seemed to have a little more fire in the first quarter than he has in this one. And it showed in all the trips he made to the free throw line. Those have dried up.
He's off on the second. Portland trailing here. Deep two from Anthony. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Well, if you let Melo get his feet set, turn the lights off.
Culver passes to Okogie. And that one's good. Towns has got 8 points.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night. Boy, when you think about the skill that Karl Anthony Towns has, and you realize he's just getting started in the league, his future is truly off the charts. By the midpoint of his career, we could be talking about him as one of the most skilled big men to ever play the game.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Little's checked in. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Josh Okogie. 1:51 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Whiteside. Shoots over Towns. Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got 4 points now in the quarter. And with the offensive tool set of Karl Anthony Towns, Doris, he could see MVP consideration in the future.
Well, what we know about Karl Anthony Towns certainly is that each and every night he has a major impact for his team. And consider, he's still growing as a player and ironing out some areas. But this guy is going to be a star for a long time, no doubt.
Here's McCollum. Following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Takes it from 10. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Whiteside's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Now here's Wiggins. He's got 13. Really left alone that time. 8 points for Jarrett Culver.
I'll tell you, he's having his way right now in the second period. Forget the first quarter. Let's get to work.
Here's Simons. Money from the wing. Over with it. He's got 8. It's Vonleh atop the key. Wiggins outside. Just 5 on the clock. Wiggins drawn the double team. Graham kicks to Culver. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 8 rebounds in this game. Simons, the pass to Whiteside. McCollum from deep 3-point land. And that one released in time, but no good. It's all tied in Portland. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, it's been a grinded-out game. What have you seen from your team so far?
Well, we're competing. You know, neither team's really shooting the ball that well, but both teams are playing hard.
Energy always leads to good results. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
Well, I love that they were forceful at their offensive end. They got the shots they wanted. They played aggressively and got to the line. A strong attacking mindset. I like it. We'll see if they bring the same attitude in the second half, though.
Kenny, let's get your input on the Timberwolves.
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Covington at the 4 with Towns in at the 5. Culver out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. Now here's Culver. Covington with the bucket.
Since Covington has arrived in the league, he has come such a long way in his overall game. Great interior work there.
Here's Lillard. Bazemore on the wing. Kicks it out to Lillard. From past the arc, Bazemore gets the bucket. Bazemore's got 9. Guys, what a back and forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Left side, Towns. Takes the 3. And another 3 for Portland.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Here's Okogie. He's covered by Bazemore. Okogie misses.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Now, here's Culver. Covered by Lillard. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game. Culver passes to Towns. He can't get it to go.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
McCollum right side. Here's Whiteside. Kicks it out to Lillard. The offensive rebound.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the block out, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
Timberwolves trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
And it had been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And here's Culver. 8 points for him. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Wiggins. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
McCollum, no good.
Boy, a forgettable night for him, but thankfully his teammates have played well overall.
Towns at the elbow. Wiggins outside, out to the right wing. A shot by Culver, nobody around. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Poked away, Towns with the steal. To the middle, here's Covington, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Covington's got 4 points this quarter.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Trailblazers.
Lillard with it, now guarded by Towns. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got the lead, back up to 8 now for Portland. Culver passes to Okogie. Anthony with the block.
Melo just reading the play the right way, put in the extra effort to come up with such a nice block.
Puts it up, hits the jumper in space. And it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
The defensive intensity must pick up. It hasn't been the same this half.
Towns, the pass to Okogie. Here's Culver, the good-looking shot from the wing. Culver's got 10 points.
Shooting off the catch is about confidence. There, Culver demonstrating how it's done.
Ball's knocked loose. And they're pushing it up. Covington with the bucket. 8 points for him.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Lillard finds Bazemore. There's the double team with Covington. Shot clock at 6. Shot from the wing. Anthony's shot is off.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
I think tonight is a great measure of Wiggins' progress, scoring in volume in a variety of ways.
Passes it to Whiteside. To the paint. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. Culver
passes to Okogie. to the inside. Here's Wiggins. And it's Portland with the rebound. Portland moving the ball around. Bazemore misses. Timberwolves trail by 6. Pass to Culver. Towns with it. Covered by Lillard. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Culver. Culver's got 5 assists in the game.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 11. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, once he gets the ball in that close, you've already lost. Anthony will find a way to hurt you.
For Portland, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. That free throw good from Anthony.
You know, mark of a great offensive player, gets to the free throw line a ton, and that's Carmelo Anthony right there amongst the career leaders in free throws made.
Mario Hezonja's checked in for the Trailblazers. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Teague's checked in for Culver. Both free throws good from Anthony. Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside Teague. Tries a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Teague's got 9 points.
Well, this is a go-to shot for Jeff Teague. Let's remember, this guy will not hesitate if you leave him open in three-point territory.
It's McCollum on the wing. Over Wiggins. But they'll get another chance.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Okogie. Hezonja defending. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Doris last season, rookie Josh Okogie ended up contributing more than the franchise thought he would.
Yeah, he was terrific as a 3-and-D player for the Wolves. This guy could end up being the steal of the draft, sort of in that Robert Covington mold.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. A different look now for Portland. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Whiteside. And it's Little in for Carmelo Anthony. Longley's checked in for Minnesota. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Trailblazers leading by 3. Now Lillard. He's got 14. And a miss there on the triple.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Over to the wing. The wide open look here for Vonleh. It's hauled in by Tolliver.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
There's the pass to McCollum. Here is Tolliver. This one for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Vonleh's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Teague against Lillard. Down low. Here's Towns. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Towns has got 12.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They've led by as much as 10. Lillard outside. Hazonia trying to free himself up. Towns with the defensive effort. One-on-one here. Wiggins drawn the double team. Here's Teague. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists in the game. McCollum against Wiggins. From the arc. No good on the shot. Timberwolves go the other way with it.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Kept alive. Pass to Teague. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Towns with the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Cullen passes to Tolliver. Here's Lillard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Jeff Teague. That free throw good from Lillard. Simons, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Graham's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Teague surveying the D. Inside. Passes it to Graham. No good on the 3. Portland's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Lillard against Wiggins. Lillard, right side. Rebound, Minnesota. Vonleh's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Lillard outside. It's stolen by T for the finish, and it's slammed in by T.
Boy, Jeff Teague takes hold of that possession and does it all by himself. Nicely done.
Here's Simons. Here's Little. From outside, off the mark. Lillard against T. And that one's good. Towns.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Pass to Simons. Buries it from three-point range. Simons has got 7 points in the game.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
A pass to Wiggins. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. 17 points for Andrew Wiggins.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Tolliver for 3. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. And that one's good. Lillard.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here's Teague. 13 points in the game.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Little. They trail by 6. Simons knocks down the 3-ball. 10 points for him.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Outside, Towns. Back to Teague. In the corner, Napier with it. And he's good on the 3-ball. Napier's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Lillard from outside. That one misses. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. With their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Anthony Tolliver out there with Little. Then there's Skal Labissiere. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Oh, picked up his 4th foul. Maybe have to scale back his aggressiveness with plenty of time left in this one.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for Portland. Napier finds Towns. To the paint. Here's Teague. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Simons. Napier covering. To the left wing. That's a 2 from Lillard. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
There is no doubt that Karl Anthony Towns is the star of his team right now and in the future.
I think, Kevin, for all the drama and all the turnover we have seen, the one constant has been Karl Anthony Towns' productivity. The question now for the team is, how do they build a title contender around him?
Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
Make no mistake, Karl Anthony Towns has all the skills necessary to be amongst the best players in the league. What a problem he poses for defenses, guys.
He hits the 2nd from the line.
You know, he didn't get them all, but they'll be able to breathe just a bit easier with the 2-possession lead.
Simons surveying the D. Lillard outside. And another 3 for Portland.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. That one doesn't go.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
To take the lead. Bazemore misses. And so Graham will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Napier kicks to Teague. Here's Towns. And it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
Boy, how about the anticipation from Karl Anthony Towns? Beats everyone to the spot and goes right back up with it.
To the inside. Lillard uses the glass to finish the layup. Lillard's got 18 points now here in the 2nd half.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Pass to Graham, right wing. Here's Towns. And that one hits back iron.
A contested mid-range shot can't be what they were looking for there.
Well, especially with that defensive player in the area. You know he's going to find a way to get into the shooter and make him uncomfortable.
And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
And the Timberwolves call time here. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Yeah, I think they've got to be talking about just guarding him a little more tightly on the perimeter or keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, period. That's about the only way you're going to cool this guy off.
Whiteside's checked in for Portland. Anthony comes in for Little. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Ryan Saunders told his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Anthony's shot is off. Timberwolves trail. Covington dishes to T. To the right side. Over in the corner. A three ball. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Portland's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And there's Lillard on the assist by Anthony. 30 points for Damian Lillard.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. It's going to be Towns shooting. They get Hassan Whiteside. The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. Okogie's checked in for Minnesota.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. What's up?
And Towns no good on that one.
Well, he might not be blocking 4 shots a game anymore, but Hassan Whiteside's still a factor in the paint defensively.
Now here's Covington. Following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. To the wing right side. Passes it to Culver. Beyond the arc. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And with Whiteside, his size and length set him apart from others defensively. Greg, even at the center position.
You just can't ignore the reach and coverage that Whiteside has when he's in the paint. Even though the block numbers aren't what they once were, the amount of shots he changes is still very high.
And here's Culver after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Pass to Covington, down low. Here's Towns, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, this is a big physical guy himself, and Towns finds other teams trying to bump him off his game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Towns. And Towns drops them both. Here's Lillard. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Here's Okogie. He's guarded by McCollum. The kick out to Towns. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Deep two from Anthony, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
You know, that's what he does so well, and why Melo is such a reliable scorer.
The pass to Okogie. Towns is doubled. Here's Okogie. Pass to Culver. 5 to shoot. Over McCollum. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Culver.
And really, that's good defense. In the end, though, Culver just a little better and quicker.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Wiggins is checked in for Jeff T. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. And Lillard gets double teamed. Bazemore passes to Carmelo. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Passes it to Okogie. Now Towns. He's covered by Bazemore. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's McCollum. Good D by Covington.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And here are the Trailblazers now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Goes up from the top of the key. Bullseye! And the Trailblazers lead by 2. Timberwolves have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the 4th quarter. Wiggins up top, over McCollum. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. Portland's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. To the middle. Wiggins with the rebound. Wiggins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Now here's Covington. Kicks to Towns. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Shoot 2.
The free throw drops for Towns. And Towns drops them both. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting it brilliantly here late. 60% from the field. Here's Lillard. Here's Whiteside. Second chance shot, and the layup is good.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
Minnesota's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Wiggins against McCollum. Now here's Wiggins. He started close and out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Portland leading. Anthony with it. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his third foul of the game. Timberwolves on defense. Here's McCollum.
And since halftime, he just doesn't have a clue when it comes to shooting. And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Pass to Towns. No good on that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Anthony. And Portland again with the bucket.
Yeah, well, when Melo is locked in, it really doesn't matter. There's nothing you can do short of fouling him that's going to disrupt his rhythm.
Here's Okogie. Lock at 6. He dishes it to Wiggins. Comes up empty down low. Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard outside. To the paint. Up top, Bazemore. Back to Lillard. And stolen by Wiggins. Over with it. Lillard picks him up. Down low. It's tipped. Covington chipped back in for 2.
Robert Covington, calm, cool, and collected.
Now the pass to Bazemore. To the inside. And stolen by Wiggins. Here's Covington. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 4 assists in the game. Lillard outside. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Okogie. .130 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Culver. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Let's prove it time. Fourth quarter. Don't get it done now. No more chances.
Here's Culver after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Inside and stolen by Whiteside. McCollum kicks it to Bazemore. The baseline J. The shot, no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Down low. Now here's Culver. He's covered by Whiteside. And the dunk by Towns.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Now here's Lillard. And a wide open look for McCollum. Offline with his 3.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Wiggins. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
And an intentional foul right there.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're trailing by 4. There's 21 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
No time to waste here. Quick bucket and a foul.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Culver passes to Towns. Higgins outside. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Carmelo, you have lived in the media spotlight for a long time. How do you put that out of your head when you get on the floor?
I'm just playing ball. My team came to play today. We was focused, and we wanted it. We willed our way to this one.
A great performance, Carmelo. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.